Y'all, come on. Have you started your seeds yet? It's time to get your seeds started. It's time. It's time. It's time. Hey, friend. It is now May 5th. It is a rainy day, and I never got a chance to put these seeds out, so I'm going to do that now. I was being super hesitant because I was like, oh, what if my pepper plants grow back? And then I was like, okay, well, if they do, I just move them. Duh, not that serious, Kim. I just came back from the store with a friend, found some more collard green seeds. It was hard to find that. There's not a lot of them. Only one brand was actually selling them. And got a longer seed tray. And what else did I get? Oh, and I got bone meal, blood meal, worm castings, like things like that. I'm trying to get a little bit at a time, so I'm not overwhelmed trying to come up with money to get these things for the garden season. We're supposed to have like a 70 degree day tomorrow. It's actually kind of warm now, but I do need to come out here and clean up my garden bed a little bit, like the collard greens and things that I left in the beds from last year. I need to clean that up because they're not coming back and they're just gonna rot and attract bugs in my garden bed. But for right now, let me plant these flowers. Let's see. Now the problem I have is where I'm going to stand my camera. I don't know. All right, I'm going to start off with these gladioluses, however you say the plural. I got them in red and I got them in pink. Okay. And this is before. You can't even see me. I'm all in the way. And if you've been around a while, you know I have a tree growing in between my fence and my neighbor's fence. And friend came and cut it down last year. And all the way down to the stump. And it just grew back. I'm gonna have to find some killer to put in there. Lord knows I ain't going in between there to do it. But that's why you have friends. Alright, I'm not. Let's see. In the dirt. So this one, they would have mixed them together. So that's the red ones. And pink. I got on my favorite to be doing this. I'm so slow. Ew! Grody water. Ew. Alright. Cover that plastic back up. And I'm going to alternate. So in the other pot, I'm going to put these freezers in there. And then I'm going to put next to that the gladioluses and then freezers in the other one. If I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm going to tell you right now, friend. Underneath the bag and these leaves, the soil looked gorgeous. I should have got a close-up. But while planting this, it was a 90-day difference from when I only was using leaves as compared to the bags. The soil looked great. So I am excited. I'm obviously still going to amend it when it's, when it's time to uncover them. I will amend the soil in these pots that I'm planting in and, all the other dirt, but it looked great. Okay, so with both these plants, I don't think I read in my last video, but it says for light, let's see, for the freesias and the gladiolas. So for the gladiolas, it's full sun. For the freesias, it's full sun to partial shade. Hardiness zones 8 to 10 for the gladiolas, and for the freesias 9 to 10, which means in zones 5B, 6A, this will not be a perennial. I don't know, I was reading somewhere for these to plant now so they can start growing and bloom by the summertime. So I hope I'm not incorrect in doing it now. But our temperatures are so mild. We may have another snowstorm. I have the pots insulated with leaves and the bags, so hopefully it won't affect them. So all four of those bigger pots, flowers. And then I got some California giant zinnias from the library. I went to go early vote today and they had those free seeds, so I got some. So I might put them in maybe the middle pot, or I might take those middle pots off because it is putting weight in the middle. All right, that's the extent on the garden today. I'm going to do a little bit at a time. I don't want to feel overwhelmed. So if I can remember, that's going to be my running theme for this garden season. A little bit at a time to not feel overwhelmed. Get started early so I can do a little bit at a time. And we're going to try to start as many seeds as possible, but not more than what we need. So, all right, let me do something else. All right, friend, it is, let's see, dark and gloomy. It was darker. Today is supposed to be a high of 71 degrees, but it's going to rain all day. I did buy some grass seeds, so I'm going to take this time to put them outside in between my garden beds, because last year with me setting up the garden the way it is now, I trampled that grass and it wasn't growing. But let's do an update on my seeds. Collard greens and cabbage did pretty good germinating, but I'm going to take them off the heat pad because technically they're cool weather plants and they don't need to be on the heating pad. They don't need to be on the heating pad. I don't know what happened to this one. The reason why it won't stand up anymore. It looks like it's broken, and no one should have been messing with it. Never mind my dirty table. I don't know why you're sitting down or laying down. I'll deal with you. And then the collard greens. Yeah, the tray is, but it's not that bad. Never mind my dirty table. Okay. Not bad. Let's get some light in here. Let's get some light in this piece. All right. So as far as the other trays, the chili peppers, nada. Basil, it looks like I got 3, but I got 1 that is laying down. I don't know why. Nothing for the peas, and 1 watermelon. And then my marigolds are doing so. I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that popped up. And then all my tomatoes popped up. So what I'm going to do is just probably give the watermelon, the peas, and the chili peppers, and some more of the cells of the marigolds a little bit more time, maybe a day or 2. If I don't see anything, I'm going to pop some more seeds in those spaces. So this is what we got. Or maybe I should do it this way. This is what we got. Because my collard greens and cabbage don't need to be on the heat mat right now. Maybe because this is longer, I could put the cabbage and the collard greens on the part that's really not on the heat mat. And so it won't get as much heat. So we'll try that. Sidebar. I have this Candevella, I think it's how, Mandevilla. I have this Mandevilla that goes outside every year. This is my third or fourth year overwintering it in my home. This year, it took off in my home. I cut it all the way back because I learned in previous years if I don't cut it back, it drops leaves all crazy. But it's been growing. It grew up my aerial root that I have in the back from my monstera, and now has attached itself to my blinds. It comes all the way up here. I think it's finally got accustomed to being overwintered in the house. But this is a tropical plant. And usually I have it by my front door, and it trellises around like my post by my front door or whatever I have right there. Anywho, I'm going to set this up, and then I'm going to actually plant some more seeds, and that's where I'll pick you up at. Okay. I had to take a moment because, you can still kind of see me. I had to go to my mom's house. Now, last week I got on friend's case. Right now we get on my mom's case. Sometimes older people do not need these new age fandangle phones. They just don't. And I'm trying to explain to my mom how to do something and she ain't getting it and she getting frustrated. So I had to go over there and show her what I was talking about. Anyway, now this is a rough draft. You can see it's changed. I ran out of memory card space. I'm gonna have to do something about that. It's always gonna be something until I get used to this camera. But anyway, I did a rough draft of, let's see, what my garden looks like, and then I have like keys to what the initials of what things are. No. But this is the tent. So like there's my shade tent, and just for me to figure out where I'm gonna plant stuff, and I'm gonna actually redo this and make it more legible so you can see. But this is helping me make sure that I plant exactly what it is I'm going to put in the ground this year. And looking at this, I made space for bell peppers, more bell pepper plants. Now my friend is trying to grow bell pepper plants, but the problem is they're struggling to sprout for him. So I'm going to see if I can get some to sprout for me. And then he also asked for banana peppers. These. I have these. Because I probably, my nails. Oh my God, I was going to take them. After I did that video, my children, even my children are coming after me about my nails. Like, my youngest was like, are those supposed to be nail paint? I said, yeah, that's what that's supposed to be. Anyway, I have banana pepper seeds. Oh God, that looks so bad. Here, I got yellow banana pepper seeds that I saved from my garden 3 years ago. So, you know, there's a way to test your seeds to see if they're still good. You put them in water, and I believe if it sinks, they're still good. If they float, they're not, or something like that. If I'm wrong, as always, I'll put something on the screen. Anyway, I got time for that. We're just gonna figure it out. For this particular time, I got these cups from the Dollar Tree. I poked holes at the bottom of it. This will help them stay in one container until they get pretty big before I have to up pot them. When I put them in those tiny cells, I at least have to up pot them twice. And that's a lot of handling, and I don't want to have to do that. So this should take me to just one up pot. And I'm only gonna put one seed in them each, and if it doesn't take, then I'll just put another seed in. Now, the one thing about bell peppers, banana peppers, any peppers, tomatoes, those are the thing, anything that's like warm weather type plants, those are the plants that actually need the heating pad to help with germination. Cool weather plants like that cabbage and collard greens really didn't need it because they're cool weather. They don't need a certain, that temperature like with the bell peppers and stuff. But yeah. So on my draft so far, I have, let's see, 4 spaces for bell peppers and how many for banana peppers? I got like 2 spaces for banana peppers. I'm banking on my blueberries and my raspberry plant not coming back. If they don't come back, I'm not bothering, because even though it was nice having the blueberries, it wasn't enough for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make jam and blah, 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 blah. It wasn't enough for that. And I feel like those pots that they're in, they're big black utility type of pots. I can put something else that I can harvest and get more yield out of and appreciate more. The blueberries had to keep covered. Once they were starting to be pollinated, I had to cover them and keep them protected so long from the birds, and it's not worth it. Raspberry plants, the first year at the minimum, you're not gonna get any fruit from it. Now I did harvest the leaves and so I can make raspberry leaf tea, but again, and that plant got big, it took up space, and it's prickly, so if it doesn't come back, I'm okay with that. All right, fill with soil. Now let's get some water. I just had this water bottle and I filled it up with tap water. I know I always trip out about label. Oh, I got a label, I gotta find my labels. I'm running out of labels. And I was looking at Lord, I pray I say his name, the Kamakura Gardner. I'll put his name up, but he's out of Japan, and he was starting his seeds, and he was, had his popsicle sticks. And I do some crafts, and I have a gang of popsicle sticks. I'm like, Doug, Kim, why are you tripping about labels and you're surrounded by popsicle sticks? Like, let's be real. Yellow, banana, pepper, and this is 3/6. I had this twisted like I was a right-hander and I was running out of space to write. Sometimes you forget, being left-handed, how the world works. Just flip it around. All right, so the soil is moist. I labeled this as yellow banana pepper. Oh, well, it says it's hot, but it's okay. I harvested on 10/1. The parent plant was a store-bought plant. For now, I think I'm gonna put, did I put 1 seed in this pot? Or 2? Or in this cup? What do you think I should do? I know by the time you say this video is going to be too late, like if you actually give me an answer. We're going to put 1. So 1 fell in there already. 1. And then if it doesn't germinate, I'll just put in another. Tap it down. Tap it down. Tap it down and tap it down. All right. Next up, bell peppers 4. 1, 2, 3. This is how I'm poking the hole in the bottom. Real safe. Pair of scissors. And I'm not gonna lie, just using these, so much faster. I keep looking out the window because the squirrels are out there playing. But because I've been letting my dogs outside and trusting them around my garden not to dig up my garden beds, they started another hole on another side of my yard, but the squirrels are no longer, they don't feel safe to just roam around in my garden now. So they stay around the tree line and behind that fence because they know the dogs don't, there's another fence to protect my plants down there. They know the dogs don't go behind there. And I can live with that. As long as they stay in the tree line and all that and stay away from the main part of my yard, I might let them laugh. So, green bell. And my friend set up a nice little greenhouse in his home. It looks nice. I don't think my first year on this channel, I don't think I still had a little mini greenhouse, but I had a little mini greenhouse. I had bought 2, and I used to have them by my sliding glass door, and that's where I had put like my house plants that I was going to take outside in the summer. Well, he got one of those, and he has it in his home for his seed starting, so he has way more space than I have. I may have to go out there and get my metal shelf that fell apart on me when I was trying to take it out to the garage. I may have to go get that because I need more space. In my haste of trying to get this ready, I had talked about the grass seed. It started raining again. I was going to take you out there as I put out the grass seed, but I just went out there and did it. And I just sprinkled it basically in between my garden beds on my high traffic areas where I walked last year, because my grass really struggled with the setting up of this garden, walking back and forth and trampling of the grass. No, I don't want clovers. Yes, I know clover grass is hardy. No, I don't want them. Clovers also mean bees in the ground. I don't want to worry about stepping on bees. I don't like the way clover looks. I want grass. So I put down grass seed. I don't weed and feed in my backyard, like around my garden, so I could put that out whatever. And I wanted to do it while we are having rainy days. Hopefully the birds, the rain will keep the birds out the grass. It's usually the birds are in my garden a lot, especially where my water fountain is. And because I have those bags and it collects water, so they go in there and they bathe in it and drink it. But hopefully with all the rain, they'll stay out my grass. It's a coated grass seed. It's nothing special. It's just some cheap grass seed I bought. And I just worked it in the grass a little bit with my feet, so it's not so obvious, so the birds don't eat it. Of course, I didn't get enough popsicle sticks, so I have to go get some more, which sucks because that craft cabinet is a mess. So I'll get another one now. I did have the strawberry container I was thinking about planting, but before I start going all cray-cray, I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put all these seeds. But if I look at my diagram and what I'm going to plant, I have watermelon started. My friend has cucumber started, so I need that plant, so that's started. Carrot seeds, I'm gonna direct sow probably April, May-ish, where they're gonna be planted, so I don't have to worry about starting those, and those aren't good to transplant either, I found. I have my marigolds started. I have to start my sweet potato slips, so that'll be another video. And I have, my friend has his beefsteak tomato started. I have all 3 of my best boys tomatoes started. He did start some cherry tomatoes, and I still need to start these, but I have them ready, and those are black cherry tomatoes. Let's see, bell peppers started now. Banana peppers started now. I already have onions and garlic out there. I'll probably buy some more seed ones or starter ones. I may just get some from the grocery store and root them instead of trying to buy anything special. I do have green onions. My green onions are still alive out there, but some that I pulled and put in water and left on my windowsill is still alive, and I've just been cutting off of it all winter. So I can put that back out there. Peas are started. I planted my bulbs already yesterday. Nasturtiums are gonna be direct sown. The closer we, after our last frost date, I'll direct sow that because that did well. Collard greens are started. Cabbage is started. Strawberries, Let's see if they come back on their own. I have herbs. I didn't start, but I think I might do direct sow on those. And gooseberries. I didn't start my gooseberry seeds yet. I'm kind of well, they're not going to come back. So I still need to start my gooseberry seeds. And let's see. And that's it. I just need to start my black cherry tomatoes, my gooseberries, my sweet potatoes, and some herbs. Herbs being, oh, I did start basil already, so that's already started and that sprouted. So basil, thyme. My friend already started cilantro, so I don't have to worry about that. I might do dill, but we'll see. I'm just gonna do some miscellaneous herbs on another green stalk. I think we're getting this ready. So let me get another popsicle stick and then we'll take this tray over and try to figure out how Mama gonna set this up. Put out the seeds. That we just started. Yeah, for sure, I'm gonna need to get that other shelf. This is what we got. Y'all, come on. Have you started your seeds yet? It's time to get your seeds started. It's time. It's time. It's time. That's all I'm gonna do today, friend. But we getting there. Let's chant. No store-bought plants. Unless you really have to. Anyway, friend, thanks for hanging with me. Until next time. Bye.